So let's talk a little bit about Tommy. Can you first just talk about how the loss of Sarah changes the dynamic between Tommy and Joel's relationship this season?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Yeah, I think that we start out as a very small family to begin with, and then we are when she's ripped away from Joel, ripped away from us, we become all each other has, and that's a great, that's a tough place to be in for for brothers in general. Uh, for one who is just had his heart and soul ripped out, and I imagine that those following years were a struggle. And Joel, he didn't he kind of collapsed inward and grew this incredibly hard exterior, hard shell. And Tommy is one that had to develop that hard shell, as a man who's seen war and who's experienced what it is to endure war times, but was already starting to crack that and emerge from it as a renewed person, trying to um, trying to live a life beyond that, beyond the violence he's seen and the violence he's experienced, only to be once again completely just dropped right back into it. And so they they're all each other has, and I'm sure there's a lot of headbutting, and as you see in the first episode, there's a lot of disagreement as to how we should react in this crisis. Um, but there's a lot of love there. They love each other very much, and he wouldn't travel all the way across the country to find me if he didn't love me. So um, very interesting, very really
Yeah,
interesting
that's true.
relationship to play.
Yeah, that's true. There has to be a lot of love there for, this journey to even take place, for him to even, sacrifice kind of so much and get into bed with the fireflies in order to even try to figure out where Tommy is to begin with. But for
Mhm.
you, can you talk about your process and kind of the importance of creating your own version of Tommy and in this iteration of such an iconic and esteemed video game character? Like, how did you put your own personal spin on this version of Tommy?
Well, I think it was important to trust myself and knowing that he comes from the place that I come from. I was born and raised in Austin, Texas, where the Miller brothers are from. So I thought it was important to sink into that and let it be true and let that authenticity show through. It I was already equipped with many of the skills required to accurately portray him. The weapons training required, I've already gone through, and a lot of the military shows and cop shows I've done, and the Terminator thing, and a lot of the combat that I did during Ghost Rider and the combat I've done in various different uh, shows was a great asset to pull on. And then it was a matter of just marrying all of that, just throwing it all up in the pot and see what comes out. But I think trust in my own instincts and where I come from and what I know to be the truth of his world. I think that was key.
Well, you do it so well. And also, shout out to you. I'm from Houston,
Oh, H-Town,
Texans.
what's
We
up?
always kind of, I know, we always stick together, and you're not too far down the road from me.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
yes, yes. Well, I think that you do a fantastic job of bringing Tommy to life, and I can't wait for everyone to see this season. So, thank you so much for chatting with Nerdophiles. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.